Hey guys, welcome back. So here we are for another outdoors video. My views in front of me are amazing. Let's see if I can flip this. No, I cannot. So I'll just show you like this. Hopefully you can see it. Really nice spot here. So anyways, I want to talk about the crypto prices as usual. And because now we're having this pump in the markets as a whole, this is so far only an oversold bounce. It was completely oversold. It's been going down too much and too fast. So obviously it has to bounce. It cannot go down forever. But, I see a lot of people now asking again if it's time to buy, if should I buy. I wanted to use an example here of BTC. When BTC, I think it was back in 2012. I should have checked that before I left the house, but I think it was 2012, maybe 11. Bitcoin dumped from $30 down to $2. So if you look at that part of the history of BTC, I think if it went from a low of 50 cents or maybe 30 cents, maybe even lower, up to $30 in a short period of time. So it went completely retarded, overvalued for that time, right? And then from $30, it crashed down to $2, which is retarded undervalued. So I want to use this example because if you can imagine, you were there, right, holding and buying Bitcoin back then. You see the price going up to $30 and then crashing from 30 to 20. And you see the price tanks from $30 to $20, and you might think, okay, well, I'm buying this dip. I'm buying this dip because, the momentum is still bullish. It's still positive. So this is just a bump on the road. I'm going to take this opportunity to buy, for a 30 or 40% discount, because chances are this is going to bounce here, especially if you see it starts to bounce hard. And you might think, okay, well, this is bouncing, it's going to go and make higher highs, meaning it's going to break the all-time highs. Fine, and you buy that dip. But then it turns out the $20 level doesn't hold, and it goes down to $10. So, and the normal thing to think is, okay, well, if I was happy to buy for $20 because it was undervalued, I should be even more happy to buy now for $10, right? Because it's half the price of the price that I was willing to pay before, after that first crash. So why not buying now when it's even cheaper? And that's the wrong mentality, because if it crashes from 30 to 20, it's a big crash, but there's still the possibility, or probability it'll bounce and break the all-time highs, make higher highs, because the momentum is still bullish and positive. But once it crashes from 30 to 10, then it becomes more obvious the momentum is broken, it's shifted, it's not bullish anymore, it's not positive. And at that time, it should become obvious that the price needs to go completely stupid undervalued before it can bottom. So, you know what I mean? Yes, it would be okay to buy at 20 and not okay to buy at 10, even though it's cheaper. Why? Because of the trend, because of the momentum, because of the market cycle. It becomes more obvious the cycle's been broken, the bubble popped. And now, after bubbles pop, especially in crypto, when it goes so stupid overvalued, it needs to go super stupid undervalued. And you might have thought, okay, 20 or even 10, it's a fair value. I mean, it was $30 not long ago, so $10 or $20 per coin, it's a fair value. And yeah, you would have been right. It's a fair value back then. It was a fair value, but it was not undervalued. And these things, just like they go stupid overvalued, they tend to go stupid undervalued as well. So the same applies this year in 2018. Yes, the markets have corrected a lot, but now you would think BTC, for example, maybe it is at a fair value, at a fair valuation, maybe even a little bit undervalued. I mean, I think we are closer from bottom than not from top, but it still didn't go retarded undervalued. And yes, if you would have bought the dip at 6,000, it would have been okay. I'm not sure I'm recording this, yes. It would have been okay because it was still within the main trend line, right? This trend line that's been holding for more than a year, for like a year and a half. So you could still think, okay, there's still momentum. The momentum is still upwards, okay? So it's okay to take the risk and buy at 6,000. In fact, you would have, you would not be losing money as of today. I think it's a little bit higher than 6,000. But once it broke below 6,000, you know, it becomes more obvious. Once the main trend line breaks, it becomes more obvious it needs to go much, much undervalued now. So it becomes more risky to buy now than, believe it or not, buying at, you know, 10,000, for example. In the first crash, when it crashed from, I think it crashed from 20 to 10, and then it went back up to 16 or 17,000. So buying at 10,000, it was more okay than buying now below 6,000. Even though it's a lot cheaper, it makes it more risky, because from 10,000, it was a 50% drop. It could have, there was still the chance that it would make higher highs, even though the patterns were pretty clear that that was at market top. You know, it was a proper warning there that you should have gone out. And in fact, I'm not saying this because I think now it's time to sell. I don't think you need to be selling now at 6,000. No, the time to sell was up there at 17,000, when the pattern of the classic pattern of a market top showed up on the charts. That was the time to get out, not now. But when is the time to get in? Well, I don't think it's the time to get in either, and especially after we broke the main trend line. So that's my views. If you intend to hold, I mean, you can do whatever you want with your money. Obviously, this is not advice. This is what I do. Once we broke the main trend line, now it becomes more obvious. This needs to go retarded undervalued, and these things take time to, you know, to touch bottom. I would say end of the year, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, I think prices need to go a lot lower. Now, I'm looking at this chart, BCH BTC, not BCH US dollar, but BCH BTC, and I think it's getting to that point where it's ridiculous undervalued, because it's about to touch again 0.1. I think right now it's at 0.115, something like that. So I'm just waiting, because if it does get as low as 0.1 again, that's for me, like, you know, just by looking at the chart, that's just retarded undervalued. And I think I'm going to start exchanging BTC for BCH again if we get to that level once again. So I'm looking at that. Of course, I'm not going to change all my BTC for BCH. You never do that. You just exchange whatever, you know, amount makes you feel comfortable, because there's always the chance it'll go lower. You never know how low it'll go. So when you scale in, you don't go all in. You just put parts, you know. But I think 0.1 is a good level to put, you know, a good amount. Not being super conservative, but of course not going all in either. All right, guys, and I meant to comment this on the beginning of the video, but I forgot. I made a video for BTC and BCH, both versus US dollar, technical analysis. You can find this video on my website, guys. It's not on YouTube. I'm not uploading everything to YouTube because I want to be independent of YouTube a little bit. I want to diversify. I don't want to have all my content hosted only on YouTube, because you never know what's going to happen with YouTube in the future. So I want to self-host my own content. It's free content, just like exactly the same with the videos that I put up on YouTube. It's just only hosted on my website. So if you want to be notified of these videos when I make them, subscribe to the free Telegram channel, and I send notifications there. Even if you don't use Telegram, it takes 30 seconds to install the app on your phone. And if you're really interested, you can be up to date with that. So guys, I'm going to leave it here for today. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye.